Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well today. I'm Lindsay, your host of the Heavy Metal Journal and writer for Lambgoat and the Moshville Times. And today I am back with New Metal Monday, where I talk about my favourite new releases of the week. And today I have 6 brand new albums that I want to talk about. However, before I begin, I listened to the new Sleep Token album and I still don't get it. I'm not a fan of Sleep Token. I haven't liked any of the albums that they've released so far. I really tried, and I'm always open with experiencing albums from bands that I've not liked previously, just in case things change, either the band's changed or maybe my tastes change. And it's not one of them. I'm still not a fan of Sleep Token. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't think it's ever going to click because we're 3 albums in now and it's just not happening for me. But I just wanted to get that out of the way because I would end up getting comments asking me, what about Sleep Token? I tried, I was open, I really tried, and believe me, I have really tried a lot with Sleep Token and it's just not happening. Okay, so the very first album that I have on today's list is Jade with Mysteries of a Flowery Dream. And this is the second studio album from the international atmospheric blackened death doom metal band. Now this album is spectacular. It's dark, it's foreboding, but there's also a lot of celestial elements to this as well. Now the great thing about this album is it equally balances a lot of death metal, black metal and doom metal with a lot of really harsh melodics, and it is densely atmospheric but ridiculously catchy at the same time. You have your flurries of riffs, screaming solos, you've got your thunderous drums and your really dense bass lines, but it creates this absolutely fantastic atmosphere. Now the vocal style is a mix between your guttural growls, which are more on the doomy side with a bit of a death metal edge, but you do have clean vocals which are very wailing and despairing, and those clean kind of vocals really adds to that very foreboding atmosphere. Not only that, but you do have these otherworldly synths in the background. They are not the focal point, but it does add that very extraterrestrial feel about this album. This is an absolutely fantastic work of art. I absolutely loved everything about this album. So if you are a fan of the likes of Sulphur Aeon, Varnheim, The Great Sea, or Vorga, you're definitely going to want to get onto this. Plus that album artwork is absolutely stunning. It's striking, it's shadowy. Definitely check this one out. Okay, so next up on my list, this band needs absolutely no introduction whatsoever, but I have Behemoth with The Shit of God. And this is the 13th studio album from the black death metal band from Poland. I cannot stand this album title, I really don't like it. However, I love the album itself. I am a fan of Behemoth, I do really like their albums, and this album reminds me of a lot of the Demigod era of Behemoth. So you have a lot of really dark, muscular, foreboding energy in this album, which is really atmospheric and almost ritualistic. But you also have a lot of really cool groove stomps and really harsh melodies behind it, which makes it an incredibly captivating album. You have your soaring solos, your frantic riffs, thunderous drums, really dense bass lines, eerie chants and vocalizations, and of course Nurgle's trademark vocal screams and growls. So if you are a fan of the likes of Hate, Belphegor or Gods Dethroned, you're definitely going to want to get onto this, but bypass the terrible album title and listen to the actual album itself. This is a fantastic example of well-balanced black and death metal with a lot of groove and a lot of harsh melodies underneath it. Definitely check it out. Okay, so next up on my list, I have For the Pyres with At the Pyres of Sin, and this is the debut album from the Swedish death metal band. I love my Swedish death metal, the chuggier and groovier the better, and this is no exception to that rule whatsoever. This is an absolutely fantastic debut that really captivates and holds on to that old school Swedish death metal sound with a bit of a modern approach. It's chuggy, it's groove laden, a lot of really cool chugging melodies, but you also have your screaming solos, your frantic riffs, your blast beats which are intense and insane in this record, and those rasping, demonic, powerful growls. This is a fantastic, straight to the jugular, no-nonsense Swedish death metal album. So if you are a fan of the likes of Necrophobic, Entombed, Dismember, that kind of sound, you're going to want to get onto this. Again, the album artwork is stunning. It's simple, but it's striking at the same time. And I love my Swedish death metal. Like I said, the groovier, the better. Loads of stompy stomps in this. It's an absolutely fantastic album. Definitely check it out. Okay, so next up on my list, I have Exilium Noctis with Pactum Diaboli. And this is the second studio album from the black death metal band from Greece. I love my Greek blackened death metal, and this one is absolutely fantastic. You've got your tremolo picking, your intense blast beats, really harsh melodies, and there's something very muscular with a huge presence about this. It's dark, it's foreboding, it's ominous, and it goes straight for the jugular and does not let go. There's something very ritualistic about this and very evil sounding. This is a well-crafted album, so not only does the album itself flow incredibly well, at the same time each track stands alone, so no one track blends into the other. There's absolutely no filler in this album whatsoever. It's a powerful album that really hooks you in. There's something very enticing and seductive about this album, but it completely annihilates everything at the same time. So again, if you are a fan of the likes of Hate, Belphegor, Behemoth, or Necrophobic, you're definitely going to want to get onto this one. I can't get over this. It's really atmospheric, really evil sounding, with a lot of really cool elements and layers in this. Definitely check it out. Okay, so next up on my list, I have Sphere with Inferno, and this is the 5th studio album from the Polish death metal band. Now, this is unrelenting, full force, non-stop, straight for the jugular death metal at its absolute finest. I love everything about this album. It's brutal, it's sinister, it's crushingly heavy, but it's really atmospheric. But it's a very guitar-driven record. Yes, there are synths and keyboards in it, but they are very, very subtle and they are not the focal point. It's definitely the guitars that generate that atmosphere. So you can expect a lot of intricate riffs and flying solos that really creates this captivating sound. Lots of groove moments and mid-tempo stompy stomps to get you going. It's a very addictive record to listen to. But not only that, you have really intense blast beats and chugging bass lines and demonically powerful guttural growls and screams. They are fantastic. This is literally a blazing inferno of death metal, and I loved it. So if you are a fan of the likes of Centurion, Decapitated, with a little bit of hate thrown in there, this one is definitely for you. But I loved this. It's a fantastic slab of death metal. Definitely check this one out. Okay, so last up on my list, but certainly by no means least, I have Nail by Nail with Embraced by Darkness. And this is the debut album from the German black metal band. This album is stunning. It's bleak, it's frosty, it's ominous and despairing, but it's so beautiful underneath all of that. So you have your tremolo picking, your screaming solos, you have a lot of intense blast beats, chugging bass lines, and those really intense, venomous rasps and growls. But what I really liked about this album is the atmosphere behind it. Yes, there are keyboard elements, but again, this is another guitar-driven record, and there's just something very muscular and ominous about this record. They alternate between that fast-paced, intense tremolo picking that we all know when it comes to black metal, but they also like to change things up a little bit to have a bit of a mid-tempo paced, stompy stomp groove kind of moment every now and again. Plus you have melancholic piano that pops up every now and again as well, just to really add an extra layer of atmosphere. But not only that, on occasion they do bring in a little bit of a doom element, which I think just adds to that really bleak, frosty atmosphere. So if you are a fan of the likes of Winterfilleth, Wolves in the Throne Room, Druch, you're definitely going to want to get onto this one. I absolutely loved this. I love my frosty, atmospheric, bleak yet beautiful black metal, and this one is a fantastic debut. Definitely check this one out. And that's it for this week's New Metal Monday. Once again, comment down below to let me know what you think of today's records, and if you have any of your own recommendations, please let me know and I will definitely get them checked out. If you use Spotify, check out the description box because I have included a Spotify playlist which features every single album that I talk about on my New Metal Monday videos. So if you use Spotify, make sure to follow that because I update that every single Monday when one of these videos goes live. But if you don't use Spotify, I have also included the band's Bandcamp links or their YouTube channels, just so you can find the music that I'm talking about as easily as possible. If you use social media, all of my handles are included down there as well, and I am a lot more active on social media. Feel free to follow me if you do so wish. Thank you all so much. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I appreciate all of your support as always, and I will see you very soon in my next video.